Hey, this is Blake from the Gig Harbor Fly Shop, and at the Gig Harbor Fly Shop, we love to teach new fly anglers and tyers. And one of the things we're going to do is we're going to kick off a video series on all of the flies that are in the Hareline fly tying kit. So this kit comes with a book and all of the materials to tie 20 different flies, and so we're going to kick that off today with the very first fly that's in here, the San Juan Worm, and then we're going to have a variant at the end of it too to give you options on tying this fly. Okay, I'm assuming that this is maybe your first fly you've ever tied. So first we need to put the thread on the hook, and to do that, hold the thread towards the back of the hook and start your thread wraps over the top of the shank, and then work your way back over that thread. And once you've made a couple wraps there, it'll lock it in place. And then you can cut your thread. You're going to work the thread all the way back so that when the thread hangs down, it's right over that hook barb. Okay, so here's the velvet chenille that comes in the kit, and I'm just going to cut a length of this. I'm gonna hold it in my right hand so I can gauge how much of the tail I have. And then when I find my desired length, I'm then gonna switch hands, hold it with my left hand so that I can make my thread wraps. And you kind of need to make a little bit of an orbit at the bottom of the wraps so that you don't hit that hook point. And once you've made, only 3 or 4 wraps, you need to do at least 3, but don't do like 10. Then just hold this material up. Work the thread forward, covering the entire shank so that you just have that red line. And then don't go all the way to the eye of the hook. You're gonna wanna leave just a little bit of room. Hold that material in place. Now we just have to finish the fly by tying a knot. And the way that I do this is I always tie 1/2 hitch. Okay, then to whip finish, I just do this by hand instead of using a tool, and it's the easiest way to do it. So then the last step is that you just have to burn the ends, and you just want to get the flame a little bit close so it just kind of angles those back. So then when you're done, it's going to have the tapered tip to it. Okay, here's a San Juan variant with a tungsten bead and wire, and this is great because it gets it down. And usually when you're fishing these flies, they usually need to be deep, and it's usually your point fly with a dropper off of it. And so first you need to, and I'm using a curved hook. This is a Daiichi 1120. So first you need to put the bead on the hook, and a lot of times the beads will have a countersunk hole in the back of it, and so the smaller hole you go in with the point, and that countersunk part in the back allows it to rotate around the bend of the hook. Okay, start your thread, bring it down the hook bend, and it's going to be slightly beyond that barb, but not too much. And so I'm going to be using a red wire on this one. And this is the brassy size, but you could use medium as well. And I'm just going to rest that wire in the back of the bead, and I'm just going to let that wire sit there for a second. I'm going to cut my chenille, and I'm going to attach my chenille on here. I'm going to move my thread up towards the eye. Then I'm going to take my wire, and I'm just going to start and I'm going to make 2 wraps over those thread wraps. I'm going to hold the chenille out of the way here, and then I'm just going to make these wraps with the wire and make them right next to each other. And when I get to this spot, I like to just wrap 2 2 wraps of the wire over the body. And then you have to hold the wire to the side so you can kind of lock it in place with your thread. On my scissors, there's a little notch at the bottom, and I use that for cutting wire instead of the actual blades, just so it doesn't dull the blades. If there's a little tag with the wire, just make sure that part's out of the way. Finish off, and there's a variation. I'll fish it a little bit deeper. I hope the stuff covered in this video was helpful. If you haven't picked up a kit, you can get this on our website. There's a link in the description below. We also have tools, materials, thread, everything you need to get started tying flies. Make sure you subscribe to our channel as well so you can get updated with all the different stuff that's going on. And if you like this video, let us know. If you have questions, put them in the comments below. We'll make sure we get back to you on those, and we look forward to helping you out getting started with tying flies.